A little bit of both.
I mean, I would love to cook on this, but if not, we can go grill. We can both, whatever.
Yeah.
So we're live.
Hi.
Also, hi. They're telling people that we're live, so nobody has come yet. So we are going to do this live by the fire at Shirttail Creek Farm. We're out here. We're in Austin, Texas. Or sorry, we're in Brenham, Texas. Yeah.
Outside of
we are
Brenham, Texas.
outside of Brenham, Texas. Okay. At a beautiful farm at Shirttail Creek Farm. This is Sam. So everybody say hi, Sam,
Hey.
to everybody. This is a grass-fed, grass-finished, pasture-raised beef farm. They also have corn and soy-free pork. This is where I get my corn and soy-free pork from, as well as just like fabulous eggs.
Yeah.
And that's how you guys started. You want to tell us a little bit about how you started?
Yeah, well, we bought the farm here to raise our kids in the country and had no intention of starting a actual farm business. And then one thing led to another, and we ended up deciding to raise laying hens and beef cattle, and later added pork and chicken. But we really got involved in regenerative farming and kind of got excited about that. So
That's awesome. And then, yeah, obviously, I mean, ever since like I came even last year, it's grown some more, and there's been, some more things kind of here on the farm. And we were talking a little bit today about how to pretty much raise chickens, because that's kind of accessible for people to just be like, start connecting with their food by not only like connecting with your farmer and talking with your farmer, but maybe, you want to raise some hens in the backyard and get some eggs. And so that's cool. That video is coming out for you. And this IG, we're going to do a giveaway. So if you guys are just joining us, welcome. This is Shirttail Creek Farm I'm at. We're building a fire. We're going to cook some meat right from this farm. There's nothing like eating meat right from the backyard, right?
Yeah, we're going to do it.
Yeah, and Sam also speaks Spanish too, just so you know. So
we've got non-English speakers here with us. So.
Yeah, so we're translating what's happening live. They're just, this is new to them. So join in if you have any questions about their corn and soy free.
How many people are watching?
Pork. Right now we've got 37.
Cool.
So hello from Toronto. Well, hello. We are happy to answer any farming questions you have, though we can't deliver over there. Maybe you can come visit us. And then we also have, do you know anyone from Eat Pluck who is saying hi? Hi, Sam.
Eat Pluck, not off the top of my head, but I'm sure I do.
They have the seasoning, the Oregon blend seasoning.
Oh, cool. I've heard of it, yeah.
Yeah, so that's his way of saying hi.
Hi.
I know. So we did have some questions too earlier about local pastures, actually. So
yeah.
They were like, how can we get more local pastures?
Well, that's in the works. It's just the limiting factor is our sanity. We can only do so many per every 2 years or whatever, but we'll do more local pastures, and we'll probably in and around Austin and maybe in other Texas cities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So local pastures is this local farm trailer that Sam and Bellevue, right? You guys.
Yeah, we partnered with another farm. Our partners at Bellevue Farm, they produce duck, pork, and chicken, and we do beef and eggs. We also do pork and chicken, but we complement each other really well. And so we partnered to open a farm stand in Austin a couple years ago, 2.5 years ago, to help us sell our products without having to necessarily just sell at farmers markets. And then we opened our second store, which is a brick and mortar in North Austin this last summer. So that's exciting.
That's great. Yeah. Local pastures, I always, especially when people are visiting Austin, they want to know, and it doesn't always land on Saturday farmers markets or something. And I'm like, go to local pastures, and that's where you're going to get your meat. You got
all the good stuff from the
raw.
farmers market.
What will you find in local pastures? We got farm fresh eggs, obviously from this farm. We've got raw milk. What else do we have?
100% grass-fed beef. We've got pasture-raised duck, chicken, pork, lamb. We've got, of course, eggs, duck eggs. And let's see what else. We've got a lot of amazing stuff. We do a raw milk delivery once a week. We bring in from a dairy up by us. Cheeses, yogurts, all the good stuff.
Yeah.
All the best stuff from Austin Farmers Markets you can find there.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're ever visiting Austin, definitely stop by local pastures. But if you're not from Austin, if you're from elsewhere, you can get meat delivered to your door from Shirttail, you know, and depending on where you're at, obviously, like there's some there's shipping costs and things like that, but the ground shipping is pretty Midwest and South.
We ship nationwide our meats, and it's obviously most cost effective if you're, you know, in the states surrounding us, but we ship everywhere. So.
Awesome. And so if you are just joining now, we are at Shirttail Creek Farm, which is just outside of Brenham, Texas, which we can ship meat and deliver all over the U.S. So if you have questions, please start asking your questions now, because the more you engage, then whoever is asking, you get to be entered into a pool, because we're going to give away meat these next 15 minutes. And so somebody has a question. What makes your ham hocks different from the smaller ones you see in the store? When I purchased yours in the past, they are quite large. How do I place an order? They're often out of stock.
That's interesting. Well, I don't know. It probably has to do with the way our butcher cuts them. But I think we've got them in stock. And now that you said that, I'm going to go and make sure that our inventory for ham hocks is up to date.
Okay.
But yeah.
So that could be just like maybe an online issue then thing, or
Could
discrepancy?
be. Yeah, it probably is.
Okay.
I'm going to make a note of that.
Ham hocks. I don't even think I remember even seeing that, but that's a great idea. So see,
Yeah.
he's making note right now for you. Let's see who we are shouting out here. Wow, I can't even pronounce your handle. It's like Giggy Tan. Not even sure, but we got you. Ham hocks are on the way, my friend.
I'm checking right now. Yeah.
Okay. We also just, so if you're joining right now, welcome. We're doing giveaway this hour, so ask your questions. The more that you engage with us, then each sort of question you have, you'll be entered in to win this giveaway, which is just a box of meat. We don't know what it's going to be yet. I know. Maybe some of our favorite steaks that we talked about.
I think there's going to be some New York strips in this box.
Oh, New York strips. Those are good ones.
Yeah.
I think we're cooking those actually tonight on the fire too, as well.
Yeah.
So we talked about actually ordering, eighth of a cow, quarter of a cow. And so we had a full sort of table that essentially could just fit in your freezer, in any normal freezer. What are you cooking? Somebody's asking. Well, we're going to be cooking New York strips, that's for sure. We're also cooking pork chops. Those are corn and soy free. And then we are also cooking, what else are we cooking? The bavette?
Yeah, we've got bavette. We've got a hanger, pork chops,
Hanger steak, yes.
New York strips.
Yes. And then, okay, and then is it overnight shipping for Austin? What are shipping cutoff times?
So if you order by Monday night, it'll ship out Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on where you are. And so it's usually like, if it's going to Austin, it'll get there usually next day, definitely within 2 days. So you'll get it within that week.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
And then if you are in Austin, you can either also pick it up at the farmer's market, correct?
Yeah, if you order online, you can select to pick it up either from the farm or at the farmer's markets, or to have it shipped to you.
Okay, great. And then the farmer's markets are Saturday and Sunday. So Saturday at Mueller's, is it?
No, Saturday we do SFC downtown and Sunset Valley markets,
yes.
and then Sunday we do the Mueller market.
Okay, cool. So again, if you are either in town living here, you're in town visiting, they are at farmers market Saturday and Sunday. Yes, the weather is perfect for a fire. Thank you. I didn't set the fire. This was all Sam. Yes. Something primal about, fires and meat. Chicken sourcing is difficult with all the modified chicken out there today. Tell me about how yours is raised. Do you want to talk about how our chicken is raised?
Our meat chickens are raised on pasture. We have chicken tractors. They move every day. And yeah, that's about all I can say.
And they're outside. And
yeah.
if you guys look at, go to my YouTube, hit subscribe and notify, then we'll put all those videos of what I did today with, just out at the chicken coops and the pasture. They're out in the sun and they're just, well, they're pecking a lot on my feet, but
They
other
are.
than that,
Yeah.
yeah. And,
Also, if you, not to, but like if you are really curious about our practices, you can read quite a bit of stuff about how we do what we do on our website. And also, if you dig through our Instagram, there's a lot of videos of like, you know, all the different, the pigs, the meat chickens, the cows, the laying hens, all that stuff. So.
I know, Brazil. Well, if you're in Brazil, come on over. We have a spot by the fire for you. Also, what's the time frame for shipping to California?
Well, if we have to ship to California, we ship it out on a Tuesday, and it generally arrives by a Thursday or Friday at the latest.
Okay, cool.
And we ship that 2-day air, so yeah, it's generally gonna, if we ship it on a Tuesday, it'll get there on a Thursday.
Cool.
Yeah.
So what I recommend is the flat iron steak, because it's just the most underrated steak. We talked about this. It's not like super pricey, but it's so delicious. It's super quick to almost like a minute and a half each side, if that. If you want that medium rare on the inside, it melts in your mouth. So it's like you're not paying for the cost of a ribeye, and then you're not, you know, doing ground beef like, you know, typically do just to save, you know, save some cash. But it's kind of like our little underrated piece that we talk about.
Steak hack.
It's a steak hack,
Hey,
yeah,
speaking
right?
of steak, we should bring the meat out here.
Yeah, let's do it. There's a cutting board on the kitchen, so if somebody wants
I'll
to grab
go
that.
it. Yeah.
Okay, I'll still be here holding down the fort and maybe answering your questions. Let's see if I was a good listener today. Birmingham, Alabama, USA. Nice. Hello. Okay, so we are doing a giveaway this hour. And so the giveaway is going to consist of any sort of, you know, meat that we want to put in what will fit in a box. So we will ship anywhere in the U.S. If you engage with us, ask your questions. Each time that you engage, we're going to put you down into the little pool bucket and draw a winner after this live. So hopefully it'll be you, and that's exciting. And of course, we're going to put some of our favorite cuts in there. There's some New York strip that's definitely going to go in there. But one thing that Sam and I were talking about here on the farm is, you know, one of the things I think that, especially like when we are dealing with, you know, meat and preparation and busy lives and how do you cook it fast? Well, it is super easy to just take a steak and throw it on the grill, right? But another way I find that I can, you know, reach my health and wellness goals is to have my freezer full of meat. And so one way that you could do that is order, you know, an eighth of a cow or a quarter of a cow. And actually, just now I have a new code just for if you order a quarter beef for $50 off. So it would be BAE50, BAE 50, and that is good up until January 1st, so that you guys can get started and set yourself up for success and for your goals for the new year. Although I recommend you start now, because that is always something that I think is important, that why wait, right? So the bundle is amazing. It's nose to tail, right? You have your roast, and you can get like 6 to 8 pounds, I think, of ribeyes at such a great cost, almost like $12 a pound, which is unheard of, right? You typically see it in grocery stores from anywhere from like 35 to 56, who knows? And this is the highest quality beef. This is grass-fed, grass-finished, pasture-raised, like, you know, it's so good. So I'm going to scroll here through, yes, Bay 50 for a quarter calf. I don't know what 14th is, but yeah, Bay 50. So go to Shirttail Creek Farm.
Okay.
And yeah, Shirttail Creek Farm, check in my favorites page in the link in my bio and go from there. So let me scroll through. I am here with Sam from Shirttail Creek Farm. So somebody asked that question. Oh, hello from Hawaii. Or aloha, should I say. How long do you hang your beef? Somebody asked.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yep.
Nice. Okay. And then, so is this is right after the slaughter, yeah?
Yeah. So yeah, after the slaughter, we hang them for 2 weeks. Let's see if I can showcase our cutting board.
Wow, yes. All these things. Check it out. Whoa. Okay, so what do we have here?
Got a pork rib chop.
Yep.
We've got a hanger.
Yes.
We've got a bavette.
Yes, the bavette is amazing.
Got some sausages, some beef sausages, and then we've got New York strips.
Cool, yes. And so definitely some of these will be in your prize package this hour if
yeah.
you guys ask questions. Beautifully done. Love it. Yeah, so they have some interesting, also like bundles as well, pork bundles, right? That is kind of a fan favorite, and I love getting pork from here because it's corn and soy free and clean pork. And so when I do eat pork, it's from this guy right here. So whatever you see, you know, on my Instagram, it's coming from here. So great. So let's look at to see if there's some more questions that we had scrolling here. Oh my gosh, if somebody's driving and on this live, please don't text. Oh, I just got that. Okay. All right. So if you guys are just joining, just once again, we are doing a giveaway this hour. So a few people have entered with their engagement and asking questions. Thank you so much. We've probably got about 5 more minutes left. So ask all your questions you want. We're about to throw some steaks on the grill right now. And so Shirttail Creek Farm, this is Sam. He owns the farm, he runs the farm. This is where I get all my local beef from, as well as most of my corn soy-free pork, and then also corn soy-free eggs, which is amazing. Yeah. So real quick, I told them about the quarter cow.
Yeah.
And that my code, capital BAE 50, will get them $50 off up until January 1st. So tell us a little bit, like, why is a quarter beef so special and so important to you, to them, to their wallet?
Well, I mean, it's a good, like, there's some people that buy a whole cow or a half cow, and that's a lot of meat. I feel like a quarter beef is not like a crazy intimidating amount of beef, but it's enough that it helps us out, and so we discount it. It's because it's bulk. So you actually get 17% off of the retail pricing if you bought everything individual. And yeah, it's like it'll fit in most normal freezers, although it'll take up most of the room in your freezer. So.
Dang, we have one that just bought a quarter cow. Thanks for the code.
Yeah.
There we go. Awesome. The board looks great. What breeds of cattle do you run, and what would an ideal blend of pasture grasses forage look like in your area?
That's a great question. So we run mostly Red Angus cattle, and we like smaller frame cattle that are, you know, that are better for finishing on grass, because, you know, feedlot cattle, most large breed cattle in the U.S. are created for finishing in feedlots, and so they're really big boned and huge, and so we like small frame cattle that are really better for grass finishing. And we plant a mix, like in the cool season, we plant a mix of oats, daikon radish, and hairy vetch, and we have a lot of volunteer clovers and ryegrass and stuff. So that's what we like to graze in the cool season. In the warm season, we graze a mixture of perennial grasses, as well as we plant what's called sorghum Sudan grass and millet sometimes, and then warm season legumes like mung beans or cowpeas. So yeah.
Ghost stories over here.
Yeah, it kind of looks that way.
I know. Yeah, I saw Sam made me sniff his hay earlier on.
Yeah, we ferment it.
Oh my gosh, it smelled so good. A lot of you guys asked what we have in the wintertime. The cattle eat in the wintertime. And so it was just this beautiful grass that was fermented. And so it's good for the digestion, for all of it. So yes, they said thank you for your answer. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
We're going to throw some steaks on here too. So yeah, 92 pounds. So they just ordered the quarter cow. So it's 92 pounds. That will last
At
you.
least, like that's, yeah.
Yeah. Did you sniff? Okay, this is weird. I'm not going to ask that question. Enjoy your meal. Yeah, thank you guys so much. Okay, couple minutes here. If you guys want to enter, just ask a few questions. You guys can enter into the meat giveaway that we are giving away this hour. Awesome that somebody bought a quarter cow already with my code, capital BAE 50 for $50 off a quarter cow. Again, like, set yourself up for success. The hardest part is preparing, and so having a meat full or a freezer full of meat is the perfect way to go to set yourself up for success. And all you need is like a basic like freezer drawer for a quarter cow of meat. So your whole freezer there.
Yeah, I don't know if the drawer, but like, yeah,
Well, the like underneath.
one of those, yeah. Like a pull-out freezer, yeah.
Like it'll fit in all of there, but if you want room for something else like animal-based ice cream or whatever, you can just buy like it's a cheap freezer, an extra freezer. So, what do you recommend on someone starting animal-based diet with their kids? Definitely order a good, like a quarter cow, because you're gonna have 92 pounds of meat, and so for one person, for me, that would last probably only like maybe almost 4 months for me. So then depending on how many kids you have and how much you eat meat and how much they eat meat.
You get a good amount of ground beef, which, like, as a kid, I grew up on ground beef.
Yeah.
There's so much you can do with
So you
that.
never grew up because you're still eating ground beef.
Yeah, I'm still
Me
eating
too.
ground beef, yeah.
How does it come? So it comes, tell us a little bit about, I just got a half beef in Iowa, grass-fed and finished. Awesome.
Nice.
Good. Please like tag us and show us like all how you use it too, because I think everybody that orders these cow shares will be very thankful to know that, you know, there's options out there, just like recipes and all these things. So Sam's gonna throw some steaks on the grill. We're gonna answer a few questions.
You already salted.
I did, yes. What a meat giveaway. Woohoo. All right. And then we got, okay, half cow ordered from Iowa. Amazing. How does it come? So maybe we could talk about a little bit about all of the cuts for your quarter beef.
Yeah.
So they're that's okay. So we have anywhere from ground beef to ribeyes to New York strips to chuck roast to short ribs. This is like essentially nose to tail without the organs, unless, can they specially order them, or?
You can order anything on the website. And like sometimes what we'll do is when people get the whole beef or half beef or quarter beef, if they want to sub, instead of some of the ground beef, if they want to sub some caveman blend, we do that quite a bit. And people, there's just a little upcharge to do that, but we can do that.
Okay, so basically, like, if you order a quarter cow, there's room to comment and to ask. Is that correct?
Yeah, people will just call or email and say, or put in their order notes, hey, you know, if it comes with 50 pounds of ground beef, I'd like to sub 20 pounds of caveman, you know, for 20 pounds of ground beef, and then we'll just, you know, charge them the difference for that.
Okay.
You know.
And what is the caveman blend?
Caveman blend is our ground beef mixed with liver and heart.
Yeah.
So it's about 20% organ meat.
We like that. Okay, you guys, we are going to wrap up. Thank you so much for joining. One last shout out to Shirttail Creek Farm. We are here telling ghost stories. No, and here's the fire that we're doing. We have some really nice meats on here. Let's see if we can.
So how does the giveaway work?
Let's see. We're still online, and look at these steaks. Woo! Yes. We've got some New York strips. This one is the bavette, which is glorious. It's so good. Some sausage here, and then pork chops, all on open fire. Beautiful night to have a campfire. Carlos, do you want to be on film real quick? Say hi.
Hi.
This is Carlos. He helps on the farm. Woo! You know, we got to show him some love because, you know, without him, what would you say?
Carlos is the brains behind the operation. He's the magic ingredient.
The magic ingredient.
Before we had Carlos, my wife and I were just about to lose our minds.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, all hail Carlos.
Yeah.
So, okay, Shirttail Creek Farm, once again. Woo! All right. Only now until January 1st, you can order a quarter beef share, quarter cow share with my code, capital BAE50. Sam just released that code for my audience only, so it's very special to you, with the most like grass-fed, grass-finished, pasture-raised, like premium meats for just such a great cost, right? It's going to be better than any deal that you would get in the grocery store doing a la carte or anything like that. And plus, like, you know, not to mention that it's not really like this quality. So go ahead and do that. Shirttail Creek Farm on my favorites page. Enter my code, and then you can also just check them out too. You can also do a la carte. You don't have to do the quarter cow. But yeah, but we're doing a giveaway this hour, so I'm gonna scroll through and pick a winner and
giveaway
just
needs to be a 4-pack of New York strips.
Ooh, New York strips. All right, and then I will send you a message. There we go. In oh, my finger stopped on the Brazil. I was like, sorry, we can't like do it up for the Brazil. Okay, and then the winner goes to Gigi Gayton. All right, I'm gonna screenshot this real quick. Look, there we go. And then you are the lucky winner. So thank you so much for asking your questions and participating. I will message you after this. And so I hope you guys enjoy your evening. Check it out one more time. Fire. Everybody say hi. This is Sam from Shirttail Creek Farm. Here we go, Carlos. What's up? Okay. Thank you very much for joining. Bye. Not yet.